Welcome to episode 13 of the Fitmakesenz Mindset and Movement Experience. I'm your host, Asenso, and we've arrived at the final chapter of this transformative journey. Today, we're diving into the first episode of our last theme section, Legacy and Impact. This section is all about exploring how the choices we make today shape the mark we leave on the world through our actions, creativity, and the lives we touch. Over the course of this series, we've tackled some powerful themes. We've talked about resilience, like in episode 5, where we broke down how to rebuild after failure and keep moving forward. We dove into discovering purpose back in episode 9. And in episode 11, we explored the idea of unlearning fear so we can unlock the future we're truly meant to live. Each of those moments has built up to where we are now. In this episode, From the Court to the Unknown, Letting Go to Find My True Path, I'm sharing one of the most pivotal transitions of my life, stepping away from my career as a professional athlete to find deeper meaning and alignment. It's a story of letting go of identity, embracing fear, and uncovering a new path that feels truer to who I really am. The lessons here aren't just personal, they're universal. Let's jump in. There were so many moments in my career where I found myself at a crossroads, where things didn't go as planned and I had to make decisions I wasn't ready for. Injuries, like the one to my Achilles and back, forced me to step away from the game to recover. When you're sidelined like that, you've got no choice but to sit with yourself and think deeply about your life and career, whether or not you're where you really want to be. As a professional basketball player overseas, I was constantly in pursuit of that one moment where I'd shine and finally reach the level I belonged to. I'd imagined breaking through, playing under the lights with the crowd roaring, the cameras flashing, and my bank account growing. But the reality was much different. Playing for struggling teams in average leagues wasn't glamorous. It was hard work, filled with delayed payments, broken contracts, and politics. In those moments, I had to make tough choices. Do I call out the contract breaches and risk losing momentum, or keep going, hoping things will get better? The game became more than just a sport. It became a business. The childhood dreams of game-winning shots and highlight dunks faded as the grind of traveling from country to country began to weigh on me. I went from Lebanon to Estonia, Finland to South Korea, France to Lithuania, back to France, and finally found myself in Saudi Arabia. The money was good there, but my quality of life took a hit. Isolation in Saudi Arabia, a turning point. Saudi Arabia was a strange experience. I was living in a remote part of the country, stuck inside most of the time because of the brutal heat. My apartment had no windows, and the Wi-Fi barely worked, so I couldn't even scroll the internet to distract myself. Outside of one late night practice with the team each day, I was basically in solitary confinement. It was during those long, lonely days that I had some of the hardest conversations with myself. I realized I wasn't just unhappy with my current situation, I was unhappy with the direction my life was headed. Basketball had been my everything, but now I wasn't sure if it was enough. My spirit craved more. Something inside me told me it was time to move on. But stepping away wasn't easy. I'd thought about quitting basketball for years, but the idea of actually doing it was terrifying. When you've dedicated your whole life to something, it's not just a job, it becomes your identity. Without it, I felt lost. What else could I do? Who would I be without the game? Letting go of basketball for good. I eventually made the decision to leave basketball behind. I knew the road ahead wouldn't be easy, and I wasn't wrong. The transition was brutal. I was so far removed from my college connections that it was hard to find a job. I felt dejected, lost, and broke. I went through moments where I questioned everything. Was I crazy to walk away from the game? But deep down, I knew I had to take this step if I ever wanted to find out who I really was. It was during this process of unlearning and reprogramming myself that I began to discover the other passions I had buried for so long. Music started to surface, producing, writing songs, and exploring sounds that had always lived inside me but never had the chance to come out. My love for fitness evolved too, especially after years of struggling with injuries. I became obsessed with finding better ways to train that didn't destroy my joints, which led me to develop a new philosophy of working out with efficiency and purpose. Finding my purpose beyond the game. What I do now, whether it's music, fitness, or technology, feels more aligned with who I am at my core. These aren't just random hobbies I picked up. They're natural extensions of who I've always been. The competitive fire that fueled me on the court now drives me in other areas of my life. The same joy I used to get from hitting a clutch shot, I now feel when I create a song that resonates or when I help someone train smarter and live better. This journey has taught me that I'm so much more than just an athlete. Basketball was a huge part of my life, but it doesn't define me. I am the man behind the jumper, the dunk, and the free throw, and that man has many dimensions. Letting go of the game wasn't the end. It was the beginning of something far greater. Here are some lessons from my journey. 1. It's okay to be afraid. Change is scary, especially when your identity is tied to what you do. But fear is part of the process. You don't need to eliminate it, you just have to keep moving forward. 2. Be willing to unlearn and rebuild. When you leave something you built your life around, you need time to unlearn old patterns and discover new ones. Be patient with yourself during the transition. 3. Follow your natural passions. Pay attention to what excites you naturally. Often, those passions hold the key to what's next. 4. Embrace the unknown. The path isn't always clear, and that's okay. Sometimes clarity comes only after you take the first step. 5. Your strength lies beyond skill. It's not just talent or physical ability that gets you through tough times. It's inner strength, purpose, and curiosity. Those are the things that will keep you moving forward. Moving forward with purpose. The transition from athlete to regular life was one of the hardest things I've ever faced, but it was also the most rewarding. I still encountered challenges, but I faced them with a new kind of strength. It's not the strength I built in the gym or on the court, it's an inner resilience that comes from knowing who I truly am. If you're at a crossroads right now, wondering if it's time to let go of something you've held on to for too long, know that you're not alone. It's okay to feel afraid. It's okay to not have all the answers. But trust me, there's something out there waiting for you that's bigger than what you're leaving behind. You just have to be brave enough to step into the unknown and find it. What's next? I'm still on this journey of self-discovery, building my businesses in fitness and music, and finding new ways to express who I am. The road ahead is full of uncertainty, but I know I'm exactly where I need to be, and that's a feeling no amount of money or fame could ever replace. If you're ready to take the leap into the unknown, know this: the journey won't be easy, but it will be worth it. There's a whole world beyond what you know, and the only way to discover it is to take the first step. What will you make of your next chapter? Make it make sense. Thank you for tuning in to episode 13 of the Fitmakesenz Mindset and Movement Experience. As we begin this final section on legacy and impact, I hope today's episode reminds you that breakthroughs often come when you let go and step into the unknown. If you're ready to make a transformative leap in fitness, mindset, or overall well-being, let me introduce you to the Ultimate Fitness Bundle, my most complete and impactful offering yet. Here's what's included. The Resistance Band Summer Shred Program, a groundbreaking approach to building strength, mobility, and endurance without unnecessary strain on your joints. The 10 out of 10 Transformation Bundle includes its own digital ebook packed with strategies to help you master habits, optimize your mindset, and transform your fitness journey, plus an 8-part audio series that dives deep into practical concepts to inspire lasting change. The full Mindset and Movement Experience. Unlock all 15 episodes and an accompanying ebook, turning the series' powerful lessons into actionable steps for mental and physical growth. The Power 24 Smoothie Recipe Digital Book, a bonus filled with nutrient-packed recipes to fuel energy, recovery, and performance. The Ultimate Fitness Bundle equips you with every tool and resource you need to create meaningful, sustainable transformation. It's designed to fit your lifestyle, no matter your starting point, and empower you to succeed without feeling overwhelmed. Your transformation starts here. Visit Fitmakesenz.com to grab the ultimate fitness bundle and take the next step in building your legacy.